Side to side, nice and easy and relax. Right, it always feels good to relax. Always. If only relaxing was as easy as working out. I guess that wouldn't make much sense, huh? And we're gonna hug our right knee to our chest, left leg will be out straight, and just nice and easy, you're going side to side. So you don't have to move fast on this. You can move a little bit slower. My hamstrings are pretty tight from Monday, so there's that. I don't know if yours are, but mine are. So you might hear me cry when I move my legs around. So just going about 2 more to each side, and then we're gonna go straight leg. But taking your time, if you feel like you need to hold a movement longer, that's okay. We're gonna go into our straight leg, grab behind that hamstring, woof. And we're going side to side. I'm telling you, my hamstrings are tight, right? I don't know. You know, sometimes I think I have rock hard hamstrings. And then I gotta stretch, and then my body's like, whoa, your hammies are tight. So making sure you're still bracing that core, right? We're gonna do some core moves today. And we've got a nice little arm and core circuit too. So it's just, we're living it up today. So we're gonna go 1 more to each side. And then we're gonna relax our legs down, and we're gonna do some core bracing with our legs. So head can stay down. You're gonna have your right leg up in the air. Left leg is gonna stay bent. You're just exhale. Gonna let your right leg come down, inhale comes back up. So really focusing on making sure that your core is staying tight, you're keeping that back flat to the mat, and you're trying to have that right leg be as straight as possible, right? So we're getting some good hip flexor and quad warm up here too. Quad action, right? If you like holding your crunch and you want to, you could, but you don't have to. So we're gonna go 2 more, there's 1, here's 2, and now we're gonna go wide. So exhale, we're coming wide, inhale, coming back. And you want to make sure that your left knee isn't tilting up or tilting wide, right? So left side of your body isn't moving. It's like we're kind of popping off our right leg and bringing it back, right? You got Barbie doll hips. There's my laugh track in case you wanted to hear it. So we got 2 more. Someone said I wasn't using it enough the other day, so. Okay, we're gonna relax our right leg down, left leg is up, core is tight, exhale coming down, inhale coming back. That's only because our past workouts have been real fast paced. So I don't have time to think enough to laugh, you know. Where's the fun in that? So try and keep that left leg as straight as possible, right? Your leg doesn't have to be moving quickly. You don't even have to keep up a pace. With me, you can go at whatever feels good to you, but really focus on that core. That's the most important part. We're gonna do 2 more. And you're gonna keep that left leg up high. We're going wide and back. So remember, the right side of your body, you're trying not to let it move. Try not to let that right knee tilt open. If your leg goes too wide, it's gonna want to. And you don't want that. Heavens no. Okay, just nice and controlled motions. We've got 3 more. Here's 1. Here's 2. Here is 3. And you're gonna relax that leg down. So we're gonna build into our dead bugs here, right? So we're gonna have our feet on the ground, arms are up straight. When your right arm comes back, the left leg is gonna come into tabletop, and then you'll come down and then switch. So we're starting kind of at the basic movement of this just to get you rolling, and we're gonna progress as we go, right? So we haven't done this warm-up move in a little while, so it only makes sense to do it today. Okay, so as we go through these motions, if you don't feel like you can advance, you don't have to. Your main focus is your core, right? So don't worry about like, oh my gosh, I have to advance. No, I'd rather you focus on what your core is doing while your arms and legs move. Okay, so you could stick right here, or you can bring those legs into tabletop if you haven't already, and you'll do the same thing. This time you would just kick out straight and come back. Kick out straight and come back. So pay attention to your back. Is it arching? Is it hurting? If it hurts, put 1 foot down, right? But we're going side to side, nice and controlled. It's not fast, right? We're not doing cardio. Nah, you wouldn't want to do cardio laying down. That would be kind of tortureful, okay? So you can stay right here. If you want to step it up a notch, you're going to have your arms and legs up straight. And we'll do that same thing just with straight arms and straight legs, right? So you don't have to do the straight arm, straight leg. Do what is challenging for you, but you're able to hold that form. Okay, just nice and controlled. Breathing, focusing on that back. Okay, and we're gonna go for about 15 more seconds here. Okay, so just whatever pace feels good to you. I'll let you know when we are done with it. Trying to keep that core tight that whole time. So go 1 more to each side. Here is 1, here is 2, and then you're gonna relax, right? And we'll do a few bridges just because I know you want to. So feet are going to stay down. Make sure they're about hip width apart. Exhale, we'll press up and squeeze. Nice, easy inhale. You're bringing those hips right back down. Okay, so it's just nice and controlled. We really don't have any bridges today, believe it or not, right? Which is kind of odd. But it doesn't hurt to warm up those glutes and hamstrings a little bit more. Okay, so just nice controlled motions. Make sure you're pressing all the way to the top, and then you're going to come right back down. Okay? And you really want to focus on the squeeze of those glutes because you will be using your glutes today, of course, right? They're there. All right, always. So on this next motion, we're going to press up. We're going to hold our bridge, and we're going to bring our arms up. We're going to get those arms moving. So both hands are going to come down by your hips, flat to the ground, and then you're going to see if you can bring them all the way behind you, right? So you don't have to touch the floor, but you want to try to go as large a range of motion as you can, right? And you want to make sure you're not moving your arms crazy fast, right? Kind of pretend there's a dumbbell there that you're controlling. Okay, and of course you're squeezing those glutes, I would hope. I don't want you to miss out on that glute squeeze. Okay, so we're going to go one more each way. So here is 1, here is 2, then your arms are going to come back, palms are going to face each other, and you're going to do kind of that chest fly motion where your arms come wide and you squeeze back. So we're still warming up those shoulders, getting the body grooving, and yes, we're still on the bridge, right? I know, but if your back hurts, you don't have to hold that bridge, okay? So we're going to do 2 more, then you're going to keep those hands together. There's 1, here's 2. So you're going to have your hands together. You want to act like your palms are fighting against each other. So you want to kind of do an isometric and really push. You're going to bring your hands down to your head and back up. So we're warming up our triceps. The more you push into your hands, the better, right? You want your hands to be fighting each other to warm up those triceps. Because we're doing lots of triceps today, right? So we got 5 more. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And you're going to relax. All right, so we're going to start with our heavier dumbbells here, right? And we're going to be doing a chest press with a single leg kick out, okay? So you're going to start with your weights down by your chest. You're going to have your legs in tabletop. As we press up, you're going to kick your left leg out. Your weights come back. That leg comes back, and you're going to alternate, okay? So it's both legs are going to be moving, right? Let me get my watch all ready to go here. Okay, and you're just going to kick out the opposite. If you modify, you'll just keep 1 foot on the ground and kick 1 leg out. Okay, so start down. As you press, you kick. Your weights come down, your leg comes back. Press and kick and back. So focus on that core. We're doing each move for a minute. So there's plenty of time to focus on that form, right? And you know, it's not going to be easy the whole time. Okay, if you have 1 foot down, I'll let you know when we're at our halfway marker. But try to pay attention to that lower back. Kick that leg out as much as you can. There's your halfway mark. So if you had 1 foot down, you'll switch legs, right? Make sure you're kicking that leg out into that full extending motion, right? Kick, point, squeeze. Kick, point, squeeze, okay? Keep the back down. You should be feeling your core start to burn by this point. Right? And we're just a breathing and a movement. It feels so good, doesn't it? It does. I know it does. You don't have to tell me. I already know it feels good because I'm doing it too. Right? So we got 1 more to each leg. Here is 1. Here is 2. So we're going to relax. You're going to come to the seated position, and you're still going to have your dumbbells. We're going to do some tricep dips. So you have 2 options for this. If you can, you're going to have your hips up off the floor, and you'll dip up and down. If your wrists or elbows don't like that, you can do an overhead tricep instead. Okay, so you got 2 options there. Ready? And go. So you're either here and you're dipping up and down, your elbows bend, they point back, and you're pressing up. When you press up, pay attention to those glutes, right? You can do that, or you can do the overhead tricep instead if you need to. Okay, but we're burning out those arms today, right? And that's a good thing, you know. Everybody likes to have nice toned triceps. I think so. Okay, nice and controlled. Remember, we're going for a minute, so if you need a breather, do it. If you need to modify halfway, that's perfectly fine too. Okay, do what you need to do. You could even do the tricep motion laying on your back if you want to. It's up to you. Okay, keep breathing, keep moving. That's the important part today. All right, keep moving. That's your key. Right, you can do triceps in so many different ways, I promise. Okay, we got 10 seconds. And then we're going to beat up our triceps even more now that they'll be warmed up, right? Yeah. So 2 more here. Then you're going to relax your tush down. Okay, so we got both dumbbells. Okay, and we're going to start with tricep presses. So we're going to start with both legs up top. Your palms are facing each other, and you're going to alternate your press here. So as we go, we're going to progress it and move our legs. Okay, so ready? And go. So palms are facing each other. You're just pumping those arms up and down. Okay, and after those triceps, that feels pretty nasty. Okay, so pay attention to that core, right? Oof. Right, and if you can, we're going to bring our legs down just a smidge, not much. Okay, focus on that back, focus on your core, go down in weights if you need to. And if you can, you're going to bring those legs down just a little bit more, right? And of course, you can always have one foot down. Okay, keep hanging on to it. You're almost done with this move. And you're going to see how low you can have your legs go and press. We got 15 seconds. Okay, so you're trying to challenge your body as much as you can, right? About 6 inches off the ground is about as hard as it can be. You got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're gonna relax. Well, that was a good time, I think, don't you? Yeah, it sure was. So now you're gonna have just your right weight, okay? We're gonna have our right leg in tabletop. You got the weight in your right hand. No, left leg's in tabletop, right leg is out. So we're gonna do just a single arm press up and down. So the key on this is if you have your right leg down on the ground, it's a little bit easier. If it's hovering, it's a little bit harder. Okay, so we're just pressing up and down with that weight. Okay. Oof. Okay, so palm doesn't have to be facing in. Left leg is in tabletop. Right leg is out straight. And if that leg is hovering off the floor, guess what? That's even more fun, right? Sure is, right? You'll feel that full core come into effect, right? Feel the left side of your body working and operating. Okay, we got 3 more. Here's 1, 2, 3. We're gonna switch sides. So left arm has that weight, right leg's in tabletop, left leg's out straight. We're pressing up and down. And nice and controlled. Pay attention to that core. Pay attention to that back. If you can have your leg hover, it's more fun that way. Right? I know you think so too, I can tell. Okay, you're doing a great job. Keep on breathing with this movement. You got 10 seconds, right? And we're gonna go for 3 more. Here's 1, 2, and 3. You're gonna relax, and we're gonna repeat our tricep dips, right? So if you want, you can either lay on your back and dip those arms down and extend up, or you're gonna be in that tricep dip here. Okay, so either way you do it does not matter. Ready? And go. So you can be here, and you can try to do the tricep dips as long as you feel like you can. If it starts to hurt your wrist, you'll just lay down and you'll do the triceps with the dumbbell. I promise you, both will burn, right? We're giving a little bit of a tricep burnout here. Trust me, I'm getting tired. Right, and on the dips, if you want to make it harder, just scoot your feet away, right, and see what happens. Okay, nice and controlled. Elbows look straight back in, up. Straight back and up, right? If you're doing the tricep skull crushers, you want your elbows pointing to the ceiling when your weight comes down. Right, and on that dip, wake up those glutes with it. Dip and squeeze. Sounds like a dance move, the old dip and squeeze. Where's my laugh track? I can't reach it. Okay, we're almost there. We're gonna go for 3 more. Here is 1, 2, and 3. And then you're gonna relax. Whoop, whoop. Okay, so our arm segment is done. My arms are done. So we're gonna do some core work with our light dumbbells, right? If you don't want to use dumbbells with the core work, you don't have to, but it's worth a shot, right? So, excuse me, for this, we only need 1 dumbbell. So what you're gonna do, we're gonna start with the weight in our right hand, right? You're gonna have legs in tabletop. Your arm is gonna be straight. Left hand's behind your head. Okay, so left hand's there to protect your neck. You're gonna crunch and reach over to the left and come back. Crunch and reach over to the left and come back, okay? So you're using that left hand to support your neck, right? You're lifting, getting that shoulder blade off, and you're trying to keep that right arm straight. Okay, and we're gonna add to this, don't worry. Okay, you're reaching across and back. Reaching across and back, right? I wonder what we're gonna add to it. A leg motion? I bet so. So as we crunch over, you're gonna kick your right leg out straight. So you'll crunch and kick and back, right? If you need to modify, just don't kick the leg and keep doing that same movement, right? But we're crunching, twisting, and coming back. Nice and controlled. Make sure that right shoulder blade's getting up off that mat and back. Off the mat and back, okay? You're breathing with the movement. You're thinking like, this is the most fun core work I've ever done. I don't blame you. We got 2 more. Here's 1. Here's 2. Okay, so now we're gonna switch. Left arm has that weight. Right hand is behind your head. And you're just starting by crunching over and back. So not adding in that leg yet. You wanna try to keep that left arm as straight as you can, right? So the reason it's moving over there is because you're crunching, right? How cool is that? Pretty darn. PDC, pretty darn cool. Right, that's a fun abbreviation. Make sure I say the right letters though. Okay, keep on reaching, and we're gonna kick with that left leg. So left leg kicks as you crunch over. Left leg kicks as you crunch over. Left leg kicks as you crunch over. Okay, so nice and controlled. Really try to go for a big range of motion. So we want to go slow and controlled so you can get a nice range of motion and work your full body. Okay, we've got 10 seconds. You should be feeling the core. I do, right? I still feel my arms from a little bit ago. Okay, we got 2 more. Here is 1. Here is 2. And you're going to relax. So now we're going to have both dumbbells. Okay, you're going to start with your legs bent down on the floor. You're going to have your weights up the whole time. So what we're going to focus on, you're going to kick your legs up. So you'll kick up, lift into a crunch, and then your legs are going to come all the way down to the floor. So if you modified, you would just do it with 1 leg. Okay, so your feet start on the floor, they're bent, your knees are. You're going to kick those legs up, lift into a crunch, come back down, right? Lift into a crunch, slowly let those legs come down. So pay attention to that lower back when those legs come down. That's when your back is going to want to arch. Okay, control those legs, right? Reach and control. Reach and control. Keep the core tight. Keep that lower back down. If you need 1 foot down, that's fine. You can still do the same movement with 1 leg at a time, right? There's our halfway marker. So if you're modifying, you can switch legs, right? Or if you're not modifying, you're almost there. Okay, but either way, pay attention to those legs on the way down. Don't let them fall, right? If you can hear your feet fall, you're coming down too quickly, right? We got time for 3 more here. Here is 1. Here's 2. Here is 3. And you're going to relax. Okay, so we're going to have 1 dumbbell again, and it's going to almost look like our move that we just did. This time we got both legs up straight. Okay, so right arm has our weight. Left hand is going to be behind your head, right? And we're going to crunch over and back. Okay, so you're keeping the arm straight. You're kind of reaching over to your left shin and back, and we will be adding to this, of course. Okay, but your goal is to keep that back down and get that shoulder blade up off the floor. It doesn't have to be fast. If you're modifying, you're going to have your right foot down and reach across. Okay, and in about 15 seconds, we're going to add to this move, right? And you should know what we're going to add, right? It's kind of like before. Okay, so as we crunch over, our left leg will drop, our right leg will drop on you and back. So crunch and drop and back. Crunch and drop and back. Remember, if you're modifying, don't do the drop, just focus on crunching over. Crunch and drop and back. Crunch and drop and back. You've got about 15 seconds. Okay, you're doing a great job. Crunching and back and down. Ooh, those abs are tight. Okay, we got 3 more. Here's 1. Here's 2. is 3, and you're gonna relax. So we're gonna switch our arms. So left arm has that weight, right hand's behind, you're crunching over to the right leg and back. Okay, so this time if you're modifying, your left leg would be down. Okay, so you're keeping that left arm nice and straight. You're trying to get that weight to like your shin, your ankle, right? See how high you can crunch. Can you touch your foot? I get to about my ankle. And then my abs are like, no more. Okay, and remember, you don't even have to use a dumbbell on this. Okay, so as we crunch over, that left leg drops down. We crunch and drop and come back. And remember, it's slow and controlled. You want a huge range of motion. If you go slow and control on this, you're going to get so much better results, right? It should be burning. Your body should be screaming. Your abs should be saying, right? All those great things. Okay, nice and controlled. Reaching over and back. Okay, you're doing awesome. Right? My arms are shaking. We got 3 more. Here's 1. Here's 2. Here is 3. And you're going to relax. Ho, boy, right? So we're going to have both of our light dumbbells. Okay, we're getting there. I promise. We're almost done. Okay, so you're going to have both your legs in the tabletop if you can. Right? If you modify, one foot's on the ground. So we're going to start with our core bracing move of just alternating tabletop legs. Okay, so one leg comes down and then the other. So keeping a nice 90-degree angle in those knees, and you're trying to hold those weights up, right? Your arms are tired, your arms might be shaky, and we'll get to our arms in just a second. Okay, I promise. Okay, so we're going lighter dumbbells so we can focus on the core. If you feel like you can do more heavier weights, that's okay too, right? As long as you can hold the form. Okay, we got about 10 seconds, then we're going to add our arms to the movement. Okay, you're doing a great job. 1 more to each leg. Okay, so now as our left leg goes down, our right arm comes back, you come in. Okay, so kind of like a dead bug-ish. Control that weight. Don't just let your arm flop back. Your shoulder will not like that. If it did hurt your shoulder, you could just do a chest press motion. Okay, but we're focusing on those legs. Focusing on our core. It's nice and controlled. So you shouldn't have any pain in that back. If you do, put a foot down or do smaller ranges of motions. Okay, 1 more to each side. Right? Then you're going to relax. Woo, wasn't that fun? It was, and now we're going to do both. Isn't that great? So what you're going to do, as both legs come down, your weights will come down. You're going to lift and crunch and then peel back apart. Okay? So you'll come apart as far as you feel you can. You'll slowly peel up, lift and crunch, and come back, right? Slowly peel apart, lift and crunch, and come back. If you're modifying, just put 1 foot down, right? It's still gonna burn, right? If you're focusing on your core, you're doing it right. If you have a foot down, that's perfectly okay. I promise you won't miss out on anything, okay? It's gonna burn no matter what you are doing at this point. Right? If your core is not burning, I don't know, you might have like abs of steel, because my abs are burning like crazy. I know I don't have abs of steel. It might look like it on these videos, but I don't. Oh gosh. See, I'm getting tired. We got 15 seconds. That's what you call total ab burnout. Okay, you're doing a great job. You're almost there. On this next motion, you're going to crunch, hold, and you're going to do a small pulsing motion with those weights up and down. So turn those palms facing each other. You're lifted up as high as you can, and you're pulsing here. If you need your head down, that's okay, but try to lift and pulse, right? This is our last move of the day. Focus on your core. Lift from your core to help you lift up. Don't just yank your chin to your chest, right? Try to see if you can lift and crunch to look over your feet. That'll help you hold into that form, squeezing those abs, okay? We're pulsing and lifting, right? You could always have 1 foot down if you need to too, right? And of course, you don't have to have dumbbells either, right? Hands will do the trick too. Okay, you're doing a great job. You're almost there. Lift, 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 lift. We got 15 seconds to go, and then we're done for the day. It's that easy, right? Okay, keep on lifting, crunching, pulsing. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Oh yeah, that'll stick with you till Friday.